Hello everyone, and welcome to my compass constructions. The first one is copying a segment, so please everybody draw a line segment, and then what we're going to do is copy it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to draw a line that is a little bit longer than the original line. So I would do it like that with a straight edge. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my compass, and I'm going to poke one end, and I'm going to open up the compass to measure how big the length of the line segment is. And I'm going to make a little tick mark there, showing that I measured it. And then I'm going to come down to the new line, the end point of the new line, and I'm going to make a tick mark right there. Now I've just copied a segment. If this was AB and this was CD, I could say that AB is congruent to CD based on my compass construction. The next one is an isosceles triangle. So remember, an isosceles triangle has two sides that are congruent. Basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my compass. It doesn't matter how big it is. I'm going to poke at one of the endpoints. I'm going to draw an arc here. And then I'm going to poke at the other endpoint, which in this case is here, and I'm going to draw another arc there. Now, in this case, I'm going to take my straight edge, and I'm going to connect the intersection of my two arcs with the endpoints of the line segment. And then I've just created an isosceles triangle. So I label this A, B, and C, and I happen to know that AB is congruent to BC based on the fact that this and this were equidistant from the endpoints of my original triangle. So that's an isosceles triangle. The next one is an equilateral triangle. So let's remember that an equilateral triangle has three sides that are exactly the same length. So I'm going to poke one of the endpoints with my compass, and I'm going to measure the opening, and I want each side to be the same length as this. So I'm going to make an arc. I'm going to turn my paper actually so I can do this correctly. I'm going to make an arc. And then I'm also going to poke at the other end of the line segment and make another arc. And you'll see that I still have the intersection of two arcs. And now I'm going to connect this to the endpoints of the given line segment. And in this case, where if I had A, B, C, I would know that all three of these were congruent. AB is congruent to BC, which is congruent to AC, because it's an equilateral triangle. And I can mark it off with tick marks. That's about it for this video. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.